Good morning. I thought I'd show you this tree today. It's a hawthorn in a windswept style. I grew it last year in this pot and it was about, I'd say about 6 foot tall. And in the kind of autumn time I thought, what can I do with this? It had this natural curve to it. So I thought, let's go windswept, because all the branches seem to be on one side, quite low down. So I chopped the top off, bent the branches round, and it's been sitting like that for the last sort of 6 months. I've had a quick look this morning and the wire has started biting in. So I checked out this wire here. I just bent it back, pulled it round and noticed that, actually, I'm going to get my pliers because it's quite thick wire that. Do you see the scar there? It's just beginning to mark, and I suspect it'll be even worse on this bend where the real pressure was applied. So let's have a look. Yep. It's not too bad, and with it being a hawthorn it's not really an issue, but I don't want it to scar heavily all over the tree. So what I'm going to do is just remove this piece. Yeah, there's just minor surface marks all the way down, which is sort of really the ideal kind of point at which you want to remove this wire. So some of the wire I'll be able to remove as I have here, just by bending it off and removing it, which is the way I'd rather do it, because I can reuse that piece of wire. That's fine. I don't want to keep buying wire. It's no good for the planet and it's no good for my bank account. So I'm going to take a few more of these wires off now. So this wire is a bit thinner, much easier to remove. And what I'm interested in is this branch going to hold its shape without the wire on, or am I going to have to rewire? So it's not quite fully holding its shape, that. It's definitely sprung up, which is fine. You know, I'll just have to rewire this later in the year. And in fact, I could possibly rewire it now, just putting the coil on the other direction. I'm going to take all the wire off first of all, and then see where I am. So as you can see, what's happened is, having removed the wires, they've kind of reverted up. They've not gone back to their original, fully to their original position. They've kept some of the shape, and it's no longer looking fully windswept. So I'm going to rewire it, but I'm going to wrap the wire in the opposite direction. So I'll have to be careful with this. In fact, thinking about it, these new leaves are so delicate and soft because they've only just emerged. If I start wiring this now, I'm going to break most of this off, and it's not worth it. So I'm going to leave this now to harden off, and I'll return to this later in the year, maybe in the sort of summer dormancy period, sort of late June, July, something like that. And I'll see what I can do then, because I can just see it'll be carnage if I try and wire that now. But I'm glad I took the wire off, because it was biting in a lot of places. Only just, so nothing that won't heal in 12 months. But in fact, the original biting was the worst one. I still like it. I mean, I've not decided fully on the planting angle yet. I mean, there's nothing to say that it can't be planted like that. which will be very powerful and dramatic. But for the time being now, I'm going to leave this. This will have a really good year's growth. This will explode and all these branches will come out, and I'll feed it, water it, and come back to this, as I say, in the summer, and I'll decide what I'm doing later on. Well, thanks for joining me. Quick little video just showing me reclaiming my wire, and I've got all that wire to reuse, which I will do. I'll straighten it first and then and reuse it. So have a nice day.